step away from my normal front, and I'm going to step into an area that I think everybody needs to pay attention to, and that is mental illness.
When you hear this one, it's serious.
We think there is actually a system different from ourselves. But you think it's the system. But when you look at the system, it's people. It's people screwing over people. It's people helping people.
My son, I have a mental illness son, suffering from paranoid schizophrenia. I'm not afraid to say it. And he's been suffering it since he was 26 years old. He's now 36, 10 years. And you'll be amazed at how our government, how our state, and how our cities fail to help any individual, especially adults, once they get over 18, assist them in becoming productive citizens with their illness. Let's talk about that.
We think there is actually a system different from ourselves. But you think it's the system. But when you look at the system, it's people. It's people screwing over people. It's people helping people.
When he first was diagnosed, they put him at the state hospital, saying, well, we got to get him into the system. Do you know there's a whole bunch of people in the system? But guess what? It's like a merry-go-round. It's like an in and out. We have people that are mentally ill, bipolar, paranoid schizophrenia, schizoaffective, DID, dissociated identity disease, PTSD, coming back from the war all messed up, or major issues, violence that causes PTSD, ADD. We're talking about adult things. We're not talking about children things. But once you turn 18, well, you're on your own with your mental issue. We have organizations called NAMI. We have other hospitals here, all in San Antonio. But we have a major crisis. I want everyone that can hear it. If you have somebody in your family that is suffering from a mental illness, it is time that we do something. Marching and protesting with signs, going up to the Capitol, going up to the federal buildings and all these other places. It's good, but it's not good. We've been marching for years. We've been talking for years. State hospitals with beds allocated for helping mentally ill persons, citizens within the city. Yet, the state has taken those same beds and given them over to the criminally insane. Those that have already killed people that should be in prison versus being in a state mental institution. They call them forensic beds. But guess what? Forensic beds need to stay where they normally are. Forensic, when I hear forensic, I'm thinking about the medical examiner. You already kicked the bucket and you shouldn't have no bed. You should be already gone. Okay? The only bed you need is the one out there in the cemetery or crematory, wherever they do forensic. To take state mental beds away from the citizens and give it to criminally insane, I find that insane. That's insanity. These are our sons and our daughters, our children, grandchildren, all suffering from a mental issue. And any one of us at any time can go into a mental issue, depression, anxiety, all those things that everybody wants to push off on somebody else, saying, oh, wait a minute, oh no, I'm sane. But guess what? We all go insane at some time. We all have a day of anxiety, a day of depression. And these things never get brought up. And they claim that, oh, we're doing the best that we can. Well, you know what? These are the things that really irks me with our system here in San Antonio. And I'm quite sure it's across America. We've got to educate the people, the sane people, to tell them that, hey, you know what? Mental illness is a sickness. It's a disease. Because it will hold everybody accountable to what they're supposed to be doing. It will hold the doctors, the psychiatrists, everybody accountable on the progression toward recovery for these people, for our sons and daughters. I told you I'm going to be in this area for a little bit. Okay? Because this hits home. This is a major problem. This thing spans not just in America, but in London, in England, in Australia, all across the world. Somebody is suffering